Alright, what's up, guys? Good morning. We've got some stuff going on. AYTU with the nod for FDA approval. And it's been moving. It's not moving as hard as I would like, but we are getting a move on it, so that's something. But we need AYTU to break $2. You can see it came up to $1.92 and then had a little pullback here, so we'll see what happens at market open. But it's got to get over $2. I mean, $2 has been the major resistance line, so that's where, it's going to be at. And volume is not going to, super volume is not going to come in until then. Although AYTU has had 14 million shares so far traded, but I think that's where the big move comes, is at $2. So we'll see. We do have a little nice U shape starting to form, so this going into the bell might actually work out. Might get the $2 break right here at the bell. HTBX saying that they're working on a test as well now. It got a little pop this morning up to 83 cents, but it's not really been doing too much since. So pretty much focusing on AYTU right here at the bell, see if it's going to rip. If it sells off at the bell, then that would just be wild. So here we are opening up. What's up, Josh? Good morning. So let's see if this gets through 2 right now, or if it is going to be later today. See a lot of selling at 190, and they're starting to get taken out. Oh, we're starting to move here. We're finally breaking through 2. Oh, no, we're not. We hit 2. We hit 2, and then it just immediately popped back down real quick. So I don't know. It may take it a minute. But yeah, here we go. We're starting to come up now. Let's see. Like I said, $2 is the major resistance. It's got to break $2. If it can't break $2, then it's not going to do too much. And I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get it right now or not. What's up, One Life? Good morning. It's still getting held down by 2. It's wild. This is definitely wild. That is not breaking. See, I'm going to pop over, look at some other stuff. DYNT. Nothing there. InBev, nothing really there. MRK. IMU. That's a big drop there. Let's see, is Berg starting? Where'd Berg go? Let's see, Wader dropping off. Get out of here. AIKI with a press release. SNGX working on a possible vaccine. We'll put an SNGX on here, but all the ones with possible vaccines haven't really been running. But that could always change too. See what's going on with JAGX. actually keep JAGX on watch just because of the chart pattern here. JAGX was ripped before. Let's see, AYTU still having trouble in these areas. Might have to make another. It's probably gonna have to make another U shape before it can break too. So we look on the 5. Big upper shadow on the 5. I don't particularly like that big upper shadow, but it is what it is, I guess. Let's see, what's JAGX's press release ahead of open? Earlier 8K showed. So they're requesting FDA on JAGX. They requested emergency use authorization of their thing for coronavirus. So I could see this might get moving. It's got to break 62 cents. And keep it on watch. It gets back up close to 62 cents. So let's see what happens on AYTU here. There's so much selling between here and $2. Like I said, I think a lot of shorters would have been sitting here holding this stock down this entire last couple of weeks. And we're still slowly moving up. What? Check Hoth? Did you read the press release, Josh? If you read the press release, it says where's that? It has received confirmation from the U.S. from the FDA that the company may begin distribution. So I mean, they didn't get a press release that says they got FDA approval, but they've got the nod from the FDA that they can sell their test, which was the biggest thing. Now that they can sell their tests, that should be pretty big. It's enough. I wish like they would have said on the press release that they like on this headline. The headline doesn't do it justice. The headline just seems like okay, they requested something. So I think it may take some time for more traders to look at this press release, or they're going to have to release a second one saying FDA approval or something. I don't know. I don't like the way they released this press release, though. It should have said, something a little bit clearer. Because it says submits notice allowing for company. But then it says in the press release they've got the nod from the FDA. So, let's see. Hoth, what do they got? Joint development, self-assembling vaccine. Hoth could get some attention, but it's got to break $7. You can see $7 has been resistance a couple of times, actually 3 times so far in this stock. So honestly, I probably wouldn't even. I don't know. It's hard to say right now. I mean, yeah, I would probably wait for the break of $7. It's not bad. And see, AYTU selling off here. So still couldn't break $2 even with this FDA nod, which is really, really crazy. But we'll see what happens the rest of the day. You know, they might just have to climb all day instead of being a quick ripper. How's the SPY doing this morning? SPY's still dropping off. Hasn't dropped as hard as I thought it was. It had a little rebound actually in pre-market, but for some reason we have MEDS ripping here out the gate and getting halted. Not sure why. Doesn't have a press release right now. Maybe it was Friday or something they had a press release. I don't know. Very low float though, so that's why it's ripping. Apron might actually start moving again. If apron starts moving, waiter might start moving. IDEX. Strategic agreement. Leading EV heavy truck and BET. Okay. Will facilitate electric heavy duty truck sales in China. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna throw it on watch too. Just for now. So in a NOVN slowly moving up as well right now. IDEX is interesting to me though. It's gotten a little bit of a move. IDX has a lot bigger float though than I would like, so now actually I'm going to take it off. Did I get it off? I must have got it off. So AYT with a big sell-off so far, all the way back down to those 165 area. And then HTBX still not doing anything at the moment, just going sideways. Let me switch to a 5-minute. So yeah, AYTU is gonna basically have to make a big U shape. Oh, they were mentioned in the article. Meds was okay. Yeah, AYTU is gonna have to make a big U shape. That big of a sell off is gonna slow the momentum for a while. But there's a lot of stuff going on right now, so I think I have to kind of wait until everything starts slowing down before AYTU can get a good chance to run if it's going to. See, AMTX not doing anything today. TNXP not doing anything to do. Take both of them off for now. Take IPO off. Take off SRNE. Hoth, yeah. Hoth could break 6. But like I said, 7 is the big deal. I mean, if you get in at 6 and it runs to 7, that's $1 profit. So I mean, that's still really good, but it's not going to really. It's the real rip is going to come at 7. See, SOLI. PTMN. See, FTFT. Hoth having a nice pullback there. CNTY. CNTY has had a big sell-off so far. It's something. DSKE. Blue Hat. Blue Hat had earnings. Blue Hat trying to break $1 here. Let's see what's the 35 million in float. Blue Hat on watch for now. PULM. XTX. See Saber. Okay, got downgraded. AMRX, we need to keep on watch. ARMX boost production of their malaria drug. So I could see AMRX has a big float though. Could watch it. Blue Hat might run on earnings here. Blue Hat starting to break $1. See, AYTU is starting to come back up some. So yeah, we are starting to get this U shape on AYTU. Maybe another 10-15 minutes. AYTU might can get back up to $2. A lot of selling pressure still it's got to get through, but EVRI. ATHE running for no reason here. Yeah, six. Yeah, 6 on Hoff is. Yeah, I mean there is some resistance there. That's definitely having some trouble with. Yeah. Well, there's definitely, there's definitely probably shorters in this area. So if you got a lot of selling pressure and it's outweighing the buying pressure, it's going to have a hard time breaking. So AYTU needs, that's what I'm saying, needs this U shape for a nice build up to that $2 mark. If it can slowly keep taking out sellers and shorters up to $2, and then we start actually breaking $2, then I think we can get that short squeeze. But we'll see. It's got to make it back up to $2 first. And HTBX dropping all the way back down to the 60-cent area again. See, Wader's starting to come back up a little. Oh, Wader is partnering with Ralph's to expand their grocery order. I might actually TRH. If they're doing a grocery order, I may actually grab some shares of Wader here. But I want to wait. Just getting my Webull account ready. Because Wader initially did go on a big run. Oh, AYTU did? Oh, that, yeah, see, this is what they should have said. This should have been the original damn press release. That's why I was aggravated. Because it should have said FDA gives AYT. Like, that should have been the headline. That's the headline. So let's see if that helps any. But that's what they should have released in the first place. I don't know what that other bunky press release was, but so I just grabbed 200 shares of Wader on Webull right here at this 150 area. And let's see if this expanded grocery partnership gets it moving again. Because we are on an uptrend right now on Wader, but I'm gonna give Wader a chance. I'll just grab 200 shares. Don't want to go too heavy on it, in case it starts dropping pretty hard. But we'll see what happens. Wader partnering with let's see, where'd it go? Ralph's Market to expand its grocery delivery. I mean, it's not like anything major, but just the fact that Wader, just went on this big massive run, and now they're expanding some. It looks like to get more delivery options, or for grocery delivery. So, that could be kind of big. AYTU needs to start coming up some. No problem. Storm, let's see. Yeah, AYTU really needs to start holding 175 support and then move up from there. Right now, 175 is still acting as a little bit of resistance. Daniel B sleeping in today. It's because he wore himself out on the live stream last night. He was going crazy last night on that live stream. I'd be tired too after all that trolling he was doing. So Wader needs to come up as well here. If it comes back down this trend line and cracks the trend line, that might not be too good for me. Starting to kind of make a little reverse U here. There's Daniel B. You've been up since 3 a.m. You gotta stay off that cocaine, man. It's not good for you. Daniel, you got a problem. I want you to look me in my eyes, Daniel. You have a problem, and you need to get help so you're not up all night. You missold your BLPH? What does that mean? What do you mean you missold? Ouch. What did you do? Sleep in? Missed it. Like, I don't... Stayed up till 3 and you slept in and missed your opportunity to sell? Here we go. So Wader's starting to come up a little bit. This is what I was wanting to see. So we do have some moving averages and all this BS here, but I think Wader can break through that. We'll see. And Wader, I may end up holding all day. I may hold 2 days. I don't know yet. We'll see how much Wader moves so far today. Oh, and Wader's starting to move a little bit here. Yep, so got held up by the VWAP. That's okay. Yeah, it might take Wader might move slowly. It might take it a little while. So yeah, now see this candle here, this 5 minute candle, the bottom of it's at 175, so it needs to hold that 175 support. It also needs to get back above this other stuff. Oof. Yeah, that's rough, Daniel. That is rough. I agree with you, sir. But you'll make it back. You're a smart guy. You know you'll make it back. Let's see, Wader gonna try to break over 160 again here, maybe. Ooh, there's a nice little pop on Wader. Little quick pop up to 165. A lot of buy-ins starting to come in right now on Wader. At that 165 mark, so if it can break 165, it might move. 12 green, 3 red. Yeah, you're fighting it, man. You're doing good. You're doing good this month, sir. So, and AYTU starting to pop back up here as well. So we got the nice U shape. We may actually get a break of 2 here in a little while. If it can keep climbing up. The U shape is looking good, but we need it to keep climbing up. So I'm just watching Wader to see if it's going to get up over this 165 area, because it is having some trouble. It is having some trouble at this 165 area here. Yeah, there's a little selling on Wader at 165, but it shouldn't be too much resistance. Yeah, you're good, Daniel B. Don't worry about it too much. Yeah, Wader's still struggling a little bit here. So, just pretty much, let's see, Hoff getting over 6 now. Hoff just broke 6. Actually, broke 6 back here. I missed that earlier, but had a quick pop up to 650. So Hoff is starting to make a U shape up to $7 as well. If Hoff can break $7, I could see it start moving. AYTU needs to start coming back up. See Wader dropping back down a little bit here. So AYTU is struggling with 185 again. There you go. That'd be pretty cool. Hopefully you're artistic, Josh, because like I can't even draw with a pen and paper, so doing tattoos would be way out of my wheelhouse of skills. So quarantine is going well. Nice. I have a feeling a lot of states are going to start quarantining, but Trump keeps saying they don't want to lock down the whole U.S. So I don't know. Listen, I can't even trace. I just be honest with you. I could trace and still mess up. I was the kid who colored outside the lines and not on purpose. Like it took a whole lot of focus for me just to color in the lines. Because I am not I'm not blessed with any artistic talents as far as drawing or sculpting or any of that or painting. So I hope you, if you can trace good, you'll probably be good. Yeah. No, I actually didn't. Art just was not my strength. The classes I did best in school uh, was math and English. I know that's hard to imagine that I was good at English, but I actually did really well in English. And then I took some marketing classes in high school too. Those were my favorite. I enjoy some good marketing. So let's see, AYT trying to get over 185 here. I've been in AYTU since back here somewhere. I've been in AYTU as a swing trade for like a week and a half, 2 weeks or something like that. So it's several of us have. Yeah, One Life's been in AYTU as well. We've been waiting for this press release. And we were expecting a lot more out of it that we haven't gotten so far, but like I've been saying since we got in this, $2 is the tough spot. And that continues to be the case, so like as much as it's tried to break $2, we've seen multiple days where it's tried to get up in these areas and tried to break $2. If it finally breaks $2, that should be the floodgates opening. Because we have had a long build up to $2, so it's about time. All right, so WTR or Wader just kind of going on this trend line. And I'm okay with that. I'd like to see WTRH just climb this trend line all day. What are you We're not believing in a stock, Danny B. What are you talking about? Daniel B. and his Santa reference. He loves a Santa reference. Santa is real, Daniel B. Just because you've never seen him doesn't mean that he doesn't exist. So let's see what 9, 8. So I would say AYT needs to get up to close to 2 in the next 10 minutes if it's going to have a breakout right here on this little rally. But yeah, probably about 10 minutes. See, how's Wader doing? Wader's starting to come back down. Okay, well, the trend line's at 150, though. Should have pretty strong support at 150. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. They wouldn't have made a movie and got Tim Allen to play Santa Claus if Santa Claus wasn't real, Daniel B. Come on, man. You know things, these are facts. Oh boy. AYTU is making a nice little movement on this candle. And that's a good spot for that candle to open up at if it can keep slowly climbing. Big sellers at 190. So got to break those 190 sellers down. That's going to be a bit of an issue because there's a lot of selling there. Tell you what we don't want. We do not want this candle to doji. If this candle closes as a doji, then that will be a trend reversal and we'd start going down. So this candle needs to come up. We need to get over 190 here in the next few minutes. So let's see what happens here right here at 190. 190 slowly starting to break down a little bit. Lot of selling here. So if there's a lot of selling here, there's definitely going to be a lot of selling at 2. It's going to take a... Well, we did just get right through it, though. Before I could even finish my sentence, it ripped right through that 190 selling. So there's a lot of selling getting taken out. And if shorts start getting nervous and the shorts start covering, that's what we need. We need that short squeeze. That short squeeze through 2 could be pretty big. We will see what happens, Daniel B. I've got my price targets. I know where I want to lock in some profit and what I want to do. So but we have been seeing stocks run 2 days in a row, like BMRA ran 2 days in a row. So if AYTU does run up to like 3 today and it doesn't drop off too much, then I'll probably hold it through till tomorrow too to see if it gets another rip. And we're starting to come up to 2 here. Let's see if we're going to get this break. We're real close to 2. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there's a lot of that's what I said. From 180 to $2, there's going to be a ton of selling because there's a ton of shorters and whoever else trying to sell in that area. Yeah, so still having a little trouble. Didn't quite get to 2 yet. But within the next 5 minutes, and we need to be testing too. We need to start taking sellers out at 2. If we don't take out those sellers, because I mean we've only hit we didn't even hit 2 back here. This is, I mean, we still have to hit 2 on the ask and see those sellers. We only hit $1.99 back here, so we need to see that $2 area start breaking down if it's going to rip. Which means we have to get to it. So, but yeah, all this selling in between here, this is why it's taking us so long to rip, is because of all this selling that we had to get out. Got a ton of sellers, ton of shorters. So yeah, we need to see something soon. AYT needs to show us $2 real soon. That's a nice little upper shadow there. I don't like that, but it look like on the 10. On the 10, looking pretty momentum-ish. So like I said, it still may be in 5 or 10 minutes. It needs to make this move up. If not, it's gonna have to drop back down again and make another U shape up. Like, not, we don't want to drop down too low, but it might have to drop down to, you know, back to 185 and then U shape back around to get that $2 break. That may be. That may be what has to happen. It's trying. Now I do know there is a chat room, a pretty big chat room that is eyeing AYTU today. So and that chat room will be waiting for the break at 2. Like, they might start getting in right now, but they will definitely jump in at 2 and push this up. And it's a chat room with probably 1,000 or so people in it. So that's what we need, is chat rooms and stuff to start coming in here right at 2 and give us that push through and get these shorters out of here, get these shorters covering. But I would say they're not going to want to touch this until they actually see 2. So that's what we need. But I mean, I don't know. I can't guarantee that chat room's going to buy this at the break of 2. I just know that they're watching it, and I know that that's where they would be looking to get in at, is the break of 2. So yeah, we're starting to pull back a little bit here. So now we're gonna have, like I said, now we're gonna have to make another little U shape. We want 185 to hold up, and another 15 minutes, another little U shape back up to 2. So, oh, so much selling in between here. Like, normally the longer the build up for the break, the rip will be really big. So that's what I'm looking for on AYTU, is because of how long. I mean, we're talking a couple of weeks here where we've been waiting for this $2 break. And there's just been so much selling through these areas. So, playing COD until next buying opportunity. I don't know what's up with COD. All right, guys. Like I said, I think it might be a little bit longer before this break, so I'm not too concerned. right at this moment with it ripping. Oh, Call of Duty. Okay, I thought that's what you were saying, but I was like, is he? Is he? Is there a stock that's COD? Maybe he's talking about, or is he actually talking about Call of Duty? So, all right, guys, give me a couple of minutes here. I'm gonna take a little break because it may be, I may be sitting here for a while keeping an eye on AYTU and stuff. So I'm just gonna take a little breather, maybe grab a little snack, but I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And I've got my phone with me. If anything changes, I'll know. So just give me a couple. All right, so we've got the little other U shape forming. So let's see. Let's see if we get up to this $2. We need this to keep coming around and coming up. We don't want it dropping. Yeah, so it may be longer. I'm I'm not a shaman, Daniel B. Come on now. See, what's JFIN running for? Okay. Now it's acquisition by keen best interest from China. Huh. See, Wader actually making a nice little double bottom here. And Wader needs to get over 165 for it to start moving a little bit more. AXDX, is it running after I took it off of my watch list because of the big float? Whoops, AXDX. Come on, my fingers, there we go. Oh, okay, what was AXDX? Maybe I didn't. I don't know if that was one I had on my watch list or not. I know there was one with a couple A's, and I don't remember. And it's made a pretty nice move so far. Ooh, AYTU, that's too much of a drop. We don't want that much of a drop. 185 needed to hold up support. So it's definitely not going to break $2 anytime soon, dropping down that low. It's going to take a while, even longer now. How's the SPY looking right now? SPY's been coming up. See Governor Cuomo making an announcement. I don't really care. Why? God bless. Get Biden out of here. Why is Biden saying anything? Biden can barely speak. And see TVIX. See, this is what keeps making me nervous about TVIX. The volume keeps dying off of it, and it keeps dropping. Like right now, I think there's a lot of uncertainty where, we may be close to the bottom. Like I know most of us are in agreement. We think it's going to get worse, but it's just weird things happening there. I mean, we do have a trend line, I guess we can draw on AYTU. That's kind of where it's came back down to, is this trend line. So it'll look like on the 30-minute. Whoops. Yeah. That 30-minute is not the prettiest 30-minute. Too long upper wicks. I mean, this one we did have a big lower wick, but But this is gonna have to be a big U shape. So we still are in a waiting game. HTBX still not doing anything after their announcement of a test. We've been holding HTBX for a while too. Whoops, that's crooked. Maybe I should embrace the whole shaman thing. I should get me a shaman headdress or whatever, like a robe, and wear that every morning on the streams. Get like a staff with like some berries on it or something. I think that would, I'm pretty sure there's not uh, I'm pretty sure there's not a YouTube channel out there with an actual shaman for day trading. That would be something. DECN finalizes FDA preview version of its screening. Yeah, a big old Popat. I don't know if I want to do a Popat. DECN is a OTC stock. The thing with OTC stocks is everything that you know about day trading the stocks that we trade or swing trading the stocks that we trade, throw it out the window, because there's no OTC stocks are so unpredictable. So everything you could think of, moving averages, all that, none of that matters when it comes to OTC stocks. They do whatever they want to do. So I mean, I could definitely see this getting a big rip. I do like how cheap it is. It is very cheap in this 15-cent area. So I think I got a little extra. I got 67. Let's see. 17. Try and do some math here. See, can I? I think you. I don't think I. I don't think you can market it in OTC either. I think you have to. $0.20. I think you have to limit it in OTC. Yeah, you gotta limit it into OTC. There we go. So I am going to buy 300 shares just because it's only like $50, just in case on the off chance. This is a gamble, but like I said, I'm only risking $60. That's all it cost me. I had 60. Actually, it only cost me $50. So just just on a gamble that this does get some type of big press release and it does a crazy OTC move and it runs, up to $1 or over $1. So. Like I said, it's $50. I'm willing to risk it and take that gamble on this OTC. Oh, their kit works in 15 seconds. Wow. So if that's not a bunch of garbage, if it's not a bunch of BS, I could see that possibly moving. But yeah, and I'll probably hold this 300 shares of this nonsense for probably a couple of days here just to see. We'll see. We'll see what happens on this. I'm willing to gamble on it. It's not that much of a gamble, but I do know it's very low float and it's an OTC stock. And if Tim Sykes starts pumping it, then it could definitely go on a massive rip later on. Possibly, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not willing to bet a lot of money on it, but if it ends up working out, then yeah, DECN. Like DECN might not do anything. Like that's what I'm saying. It's an OTC stock. I'm purely gambling on this play. I like the press release. I like the test kit idea. I like the float. I just don't like that it's an OTC stock. I never trade OTC stocks unless it's like Planet 13 or something like that, a cannabis type company where they might have some potential in the future. But just off of this, yeah, I'm just telling you, it's gambly, but it is so cheap, that if it does get going crazy, it could run pretty decently. I mean, it's been up to 25 cents, which is a pretty good run from where it was at. It was down at a penny, and now it's all the way up at 25. So that's a pretty decent run over the past couple of weeks. So if Tim Sykes or anybody like that starts pumping it, then it definitely could run. So just know it's a pure gamble play. AYTU selling off at $2 area, man. That $2 area is serious. It's having such a hard time. No, I'm not. I'm not saying that you should listen to Tim Sykes or anything like that. Don't get what I'm saying misconstrued. I'm saying if Tim Sykes brings his scamming shenanigan hoodoo to all his traders and tells them to buy this, then that'd be a lot of traders, because a lot of people do follow Tim Sykes, and OTCs are his specialty. So that's what I'm saying. Like if he starts pumping it, this could really get moving. So like I said, this DCN, I got in this because pure gamble. I am purely gambling, but like I said, it only cost me $50 for this gamble. So if it goes back down to zero, I lost $50. Hell, I've lost that multiple times on mini trades. So you know what I mean. That's not that big of a risk for me. So I'm willing to take the $50 gamble for the possibility, is what I'm saying. The possibility of it getting pumped. So just make sure you understand that this, I'm purely gambling on this play. I'm telling you guys straight up. I'm in at let's see, where was I in at on it? $16.97, so basically 17 cents. So, like I said, it's just a gamble. See, Wader's still going up on its little trend line too. But yeah, I mean, like here's the thing: if you're not going to load up on it, like I'm not loading up 300 shares of a 17-cent stock is not a load up, and it's like, okay, if it drops, whatever, like 5 cents or something, I'm gambling on the fact that it may rip hard if penny stock pumpers start pumping it, and if this FDA approval actually works out really good. So like I don't really care about getting in at 15 cents over 17 cents. I mean, we're talking pennies right here. To like a good entry, I mean, I guess could be a 13 or something like that, but like that's only a 4-cent difference. So that's why I just went ahead and bought in, because I really don't care about 2 or 3 cents as far as my entry. If the move I would be looking for is, like I said, Tim Sykes or somebody pumping this up. They get the FDA approval and the test kits work, and then this thing just happens to skyrocket and rips to $1 or maybe even over $1, because OTC stocks could make some wild moves. That's the thing. So it's just like I said, I'll hold it for a couple of days, maybe a week, to see what happens with it. But pure gamble play that may not work out, and it may work out. We'll see. It's a gamble. It's a 50-50. So like it's not something I would probably load up on. Like I wouldn't even want to get 1,000 shares of it. But like I said, 300 shares only cost me $50, so whatever. So we're starting to come back up a little bit here on AYTU. So if we get back over 190. Yeah, so we're still struggling with 190 right here. Hoth is slowly starting to come back up, so keep an eye out on Hoth for if it comes back up and starts breaking $6. Possibilities there. I am gunslinging today. I'm feeling very gunslingy. I'm ready to go. No, I know last Friday I was about I was about mentally broken down. I was having a little bit of issues there, but I'm ready to go today. I'm back and ready for action. So this is an interesting stream. I've went from a shaman to a lone ranger within 30 minutes. I'm gonna be the host of the new Blues Clues coming out by the end of the stream at the rate you guys are going. And if you caught the Portfolio Power Up show last night, then you know this is a catfish hidey ho pattern on AYTU, and that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for see the catfish that's in the river. It comes down like this. It it pokes its head out just a little bit right here, and it's like no. So it's back in the hole. So now we gotta wait for the catfish to come up to $2. And once the catfish is here, that's when everybody grabs it and yanks the catfish out of the hidey ho. So that's when it can rip. So just know that. if there's anybody watching who is new to the channel and doesn't know what I'm talking about, it was kind of a joke I made last night on a show that we were doing. The catfish hidey hole is not a real pattern. Do not try to find catfish hidey hole patterns. Okay? So, just wanted to clarify that. We'll see how we're looking at on the 30-minute on this. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I just made the pattern up. I have no idea what it actually like whatever you want that pattern to be, you call it whatever you want. If you like the catfish hidey-o, call it that. I have no idea. That was all purely, I just made all that purely up right there in the time of saying it. Yeah, the windsock, the windsock did work out. The windsock, it did work out. So maybe I should start patenting these patterns or copyrighting these patterns, and then I can sell them. Maybe I can sell my patterns in a book on Amazon. That might be a good idea. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, would a comedy book about day trading sell on Amazon? Hmm. I don't know. I might look into that. Might look into that. Might look into, or maybe I shouldn't do a book. Maybe I should do maybe I should do skits. Should I do a series on my channel that's just making fun of day traders and gurus and stuff? Just a skit thing, like kind of like a Saturday Night Live or Smosh thing, but for the stock market. Is that something I should do? Is that something you guys would enjoy? A little day trading humor, a little stock market humor. That may be some. I may think about it. I may think about it because I do enjoy some good comedy. I just don't know how funny I actually am. I make myself laugh, but that's I like to make myself laugh. So if everybody else laughs or not, I really don't care. It's whether or not I find it funny. Catfish Heidi Ho. All right. Well, I'll think about doing maybe a skit series for day traders. There's something I think that's something that YouTube is missing. There's no real comedy about the stock market. There's some Facebook groups that have different memes and stuff for the stock market, but an actual skit thing might be pretty good. It might actually do well. So maybe I'll work on it. Oh my God, Daniel. Daniel B, do you want to get a Chihuahua suit and be in one of the skits? You can just be you, uh, you can, I can I can dress up like the Alabama trader, that I was talking about before with the frying pan strategy, and get like a mullet and like an American bandana, like American flag bandana, and then have Daniel B in a Chihuahua suit sitting there humping my leg. Don't use moving averages; they suck. Moving averages are terrible. What are you doing? Your trades are terrible. AYTU is garbage. Just like Triumph, the insult puppet, Daniel B can be that, but as a Chihuahua, that would be great. I'm getting messages here, so I'm just trying to answer questions. Oh, waiter come back down. So let's see. Well, my trend line may be a little bit off on waiter, but need waiter 150 to hold up on waiter if that's going to do anything. Oh, my trend line right here is ugly. Let's see. Let's see this trend line. Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better looking trend line on waiter. I don't know what that is. Okay. So I knew it. I knew when we didn't get this move up here and we had this little sell off right here that this is going to take a while to get back up to 2. This may be an all day thing on AYTU. I'm not. I'm not sure what you mean, Daniel B. So I'm not sure. I know you have. You know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe clarify that. What you're talking about, or if it's some, if it's something that I'm thinking you may be trying to say, then don't clarify it. It depends on what you mean with what you just said, because I'm not sure what you meant, but I could see how that could be misconstrued. Yeah, that's true. Josh is definitely right about that. I know I am. AYTU, get over 190 if you're going to do it. Stop messing with me. Ooh, WTRH with a little bit of a sell off. Where's the trend line at right here? 137, okay. That's the AYTU. I meant waiter. Whatever. So if it's gonna try to rip and break 2, it needs to do it soon before lunchtime comes around, because if lunchtime comes around, I don't know if it'll have enough volume, because you can see it's kind of died off on volume, and we need that volume if it's gonna rip. It may end up being that it's later in the day towards power hour or something before it gets that break, or maybe in post market it'll start running. Like I said, if it's gonna break 2, it needs to do it real soon. It's trying to break down 190 right here. A lot of selling at 190. And it's starting to break down. Yeah, here it goes. Oh, that's true, Josh. You made a very good point. I forgot about that. That's a very good point. That is a very good point. The actual Wall Street floors are closed. They closed them because of the virus, so all the traders are at home right now. So that could have an effect on the way the markets react today. I didn't think about that. I mean, I don't think we've ever had. Ooh, SPY is starting to do a big reverse U shape. But I don't think we've ever had the floors closed on Wall Street to where nobody is there. So yeah, you may be right. There definitely might be some different effects happening with that going on. So I don't know if traders at home and uh, if they're not going out to eat, then it is possible that you could see some moves during lunchtime. That's a good point. Very good observation, Josh. You got some good instincts, because I really didn't. I saw that it was closed and I completely forgot. So that was a good point. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we got to get over 190. You're welcome, man. I give respect where respect is due. Except for Daniel B. Me and Daniel B have a beef. I just had another skit idea. Maybe Daniel B and I could have a stock market rap battle for one of the skits. How about that, Daniel B? You want to write some bars? Stock market bars? Who's talking about a 1 minute chart? I'm on a 5 minute chart, Daniel B. And I've also been looking at a 30 minute chart. And I'm also looking at a 1 year chart, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. See, you're already starting, Daniel B. Go ahead and get your pen and pad out. Get them right. Take all this aggression you have and start writing those bars. Let's hear those punchlines, sir. Hmm. See, BMRA starting to. Oh yeah, BMRA actually had a nice rebound today. Bounced off of $6 all the way up to 10, so that was a big run we missed on that. It's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. Roast each other's portfolio and our strategies, maybe. Daniel B is on the next portfolio power up. Daniel B's on it. If he wants to do it, I told him he would be on the next episode. I was planning on him being on it. He's going to be on next Sunday's episode with Trader Chick. So it's up to Daniel B. I extended the offer like a week ago or something like that when uh, I talked about the show. I said I'd have Daniel B on. Hold on, I'm answering a question here. Give me just a second, guys. Looks like we're going to try to get back over 190 here. All right. Yeah, you definitely got to troll him one life. He was trolling us hard last night on the first episode. He was asking, so even though he was being sarcastic, some of the questions he was good questions though for new traders. So even though I know he was trolling, at the same time, you know, he was offering some value with his trolling. Well, yeah, I guess you could say that. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. We have a bit of a triangle on the 30. or a flag, whatever you want to call it, a wedge, triangle, flag, anything. It's a damn triangle. That's what it is. So, so basically, if this is the pattern that's forming, then it's going to have to keep coming up until we get to the tip of the triangle on the 30-minute, which may be this afternoon. So no, it's not a windsock. It's not a windsock pattern. I think one life uses the 30 minutes, so I think you would agree with me. This is a triangle that we have forming. Some form of triangle. So we may not. It may be later this afternoon we get a rip. So I'm thinking. Let's see here. Let me think. I don't know. We'll give the stream probably about 15 to 30 minutes, something like that, to see if it's gonna get back up towards that $2 area right now. But if it doesn't, it'll probably be later today. So and I do have a few things I have to do today. I have to change a tire on my car. For some reason, my tire decided to go flat. And I have to change it to the spare and then take it to the tire shop and hope that they're not closed due to coronavirus. And then I need to go grab a few groceries. I've got to hunt down toilet paper because Amazon sent me a message, I didn't send a message, but tried to order toilet paper last night from Amazon. They said they're not delivering anymore. So I have to go on a hunt for the mythical creature that is called toilet paper. They say the mythical creature toilet paper hides up in the snowy mountaintops. And you have to bring in a gift to carry a battle axe. I like that. That was good. That was a good one. Old socks, God. Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting day for me. Like I was saying on the stream last night on the Portfolio Power Up show, I was saying I had to go get another monitor yesterday, and that in itself was harder than I thought it was going to be, because apparently everybody's been buying monitors and computers before quarantines. Oh God! Whoa! Whoa! Okay. All right. Alrighty then. Okay. That's yeah. That's kind of horrifying. All right. Well, Josh, with some logic behind that statement, behind Kofi's statement. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right, Kofi. I'm terrible with names. If I'm massacring it, I apologize. But yeah, I like the logic there. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Kofi, hey, I got it right. Look at there. I actually got it right. That's a first. Josh is a great analyst. We got some real professional analysts in the chat. I like it. See, this is what I was talking about. OTC stocks are crazy because DECN has just been in the same area doing nothing, and that's the crazy thing about it. It could do nothing all day, and then out of nowhere, it could just drop down or it could just rip because that's how crazy those stocks are. Josh needs to be on Power Up, Portfolio Power Up as well. I could have him on there one day. I'm gonna need more guests. I gotta find. I do gotta find more traders and stuff to be on that podcast thing because it's hard. It's hard to get other YouTube personalities and things like that on your show. They don't want to. They don't want to be a part of other day trading or stock market channels. Very toxic community. Because I've reached out. I've reached out to a lot of smaller YouTube channels. I've even reached out to one guy who only had 10 subscribers. So that would have helped him more than it'd have helped me. It wouldn't have helped me any by doing my show with him, and he only has 10 subscribers. But I've got over 1,000 subscribers. That would have helped him out, but he didn't even message me back. He didn't even acknowledge it. So this is how the YouTube day trading community is. Michigan's at stay at home for the next 3 weeks. Well, One Life, I plan on having you on there quite a bit. You have some good insights. So if you want to do the show some more, you are welcome to do the show anytime. What am I looking at? I'm looking at Wader right now. I thought I was still on AYTU. So Wader, just not really doing too much at the moment. I thought it was a pretty good show. I haven't watched it back yet. Sometimes I don't usually watch live streams back or anything, but I may watch it back just to figure out some things because I would like that show to get pretty big. I would like that show to maybe even be a podcast on one of the podcast sites or something like that. I don't know. I got to look more into podcasting, but it would be pretty easy to do the show on YouTube Live and then put the audio on a podcast platform. Yeah, we'll definitely have an episode with you and Daniel B. Maybe we'll do that the week after. This weekend is going to be Trader Chick. If for some reason Trader Chick can't make it this weekend, we might do it this weekend with you two because it will be interesting. I will say it will be entertaining to have you two on there arguing about stuff. So if it doesn't work out for Trader Chick this weekend, then we'll do both. We'll have both of you, and then if it's not this weekend, then we'll do it next weekend. Because I'm gonna try to do the show consistently through every Sunday. Like I don't want to take any Sundays off if I can help it. So. Yeah. It's all mental, Kofi. So I mean, as long as you're realizing what the mistakes are that you're making, then you'll be able to adjust what you're doing and actually make some good trades. So definitely take this time to understand yourself as a trader and learn as much as you can, because you definitely want to do that. One Life. I will let you be the judge of that, my friend. Yeah, hesitation is definitely one that can get you. There's been plenty of plays where I've hesitated and then was kicking myself because it ripped right after I hesitated. So AYTU, if this does not start coming back up, we're starting to kind of get this curl around, which I don't like. But we're still in this triangle, so as long as it stays in this triangle, should be good. Oh, you live in Virginia? I heard that West Virginia didn't have too many cases. But I don't know if any of you've ever been to West Virginia or not. I've been there, and there is not a lot there. West Virginia, from what I saw when I visited, it was a lot of woods and forest and just nothing. So I could see them not having too many cases the way everybody's kind of spread out in West Virginia. So if they're how they doing in Virginia as far as the virus out to the 12th or even later. Whew. So it must be Virginia must be being hit pretty hard, I guess. I haven't really kept up with many states, just the ones that's been in the headlines like California, New York. ADMA for some reason popping up here, $2.50 to $3 out of nowhere. Not sure what that's about. Hey, Josh said it. That's a masterfully said statement there, Josh. I like that statement. Classmates are all out making TikTok videos, and you're here. Get them, Josh. Tell them. Tell those young guns. Tell those young guns stop making those TikTok videos. They need to be, all the youngins need to be in this chat learning. They need to be learning doctors and learning traders. I'm a learning trader. What was that from? Step Brothers? Where when Will Ferrell said, "I want to be a learning doctor." Yeah, you want yeah. Listen to these guys. I know I'm in a joking mood right now, but yeah, they're giving you good advice, which is all this stuff would be the same thing I'd be saying anyway, Kofi. So they are not wrong. You definitely wanna learn this skill and practice it, so because you'll be able to profit off of it eventually. You'll be able to grow residual income and keep growing and growing and growing. And life is the key to success, and life is enjoy what you're doing and make make multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income is very powerful. Because when you rely on a 9 to 5 job and that's all you're relying on, if something happens, you're in a bad place. If you've got 3 or 4 different streams of income and one of those income streams, like say one of them is your job and you get fired, you still have those 3 other streams of income until you find another fourth one. So, very important if you want to be successful and make a million or million or 10 million or 10 billion, whatever you want to do. You just want those multiple streams of income. It's very, very nice. Yes, there is lots of free information out there. For sure. Everything on my channel is free, so definitely look into different videos in my channel. There's a lot of information, a lot that you can learn from my mistakes in the live streams, and you can learn from my successes as well. Although, probably more mistakes right now on the live streams than there is successes. So, oh, also, Kofi, it may not die, man. TikTok is going to be haunting you in your dreams, man. Josh is waking up every morning like 3 in the morning, shaking, shivering, sweating, like, TikTok. And then he goes back to sleep. But Kofi, if you're still in here, Kofi, or anybody else who is in here who hasn't joined the Facebook group yet, go join the Facebook group. Search Framework Fortune Day Trading. You know, we have information in there, and we do a lot of discussing of things, and then we also, you know, we have a good time. So you don't have a Facebook, or you don't or you don't have a TikTok account. Listen, why do I have to type? That's why I'm talking. Yeah. That's the Facebook group. See, this is why I don't type in chat, because I probably should have said Facebook, join the Facebook group. You do it, One Life. You do it better than I do. I do it terribly. I give up. Quit. I'm not typing in chat anymore. Use guys. So right now we're having quite a bit of resistance at 190. This is holding up 190 pretty tough here. I'm telling you guys, when this finally gets through 190 and $2, if it gets through there, but you know, I would be surprised if it doesn't eventually get through there, but it should have a pretty decent move. Like, if we break $2, it shouldn't just run to 205 or 210. Like, it should actually start moving pretty nicely. As long as this breakup has been, or not breakup, but buildup has been. So it needs to get over 190 right now, and on this candle. If it can get over 190 on this candle, that would show some decent strength. So in the next 5 minutes, if it's going to rip soon, then it needs to get over that. See, Wader, what's Wader doing? Wader's still just going sideways at the moment. I don't know if that trade is going to work out or not. I was expecting a little bit more attention, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm going to hold it too. Because, I mean, we haven't got a rip yet. I mean, this is a decent move from 150 up to $2, but, you know, we've been in that area for a while. Several times we've been up in that 170, 180 area, so to me, this is not really that much of a move yet on this. If it doesn't If it doesn't break $2, if it doesn't have a big rip, then Daniel B is definitely like the rap battle is already over with if that happens, because he will smoke me if it doesn't happen. Don't. Josh is calling on the universe. The universe versus Daniel B. So we'll give it a stream maybe 10 more minutes here. But looking at the 30-minute, I don't think it's going to break anytime soon. There still needs to be about 1 to 3 candles, I would say, at the most. 1 to 3 30-minute candles before it gets to the ripping point on the triangle. That's what I would say. My streams have, yeah, you're not wrong, Josh. I'm trying, the more people we get in here, the more that the streams will get spicier and the more interaction I can have with people. That's the thing. And it will grow. It will get there eventually. Just because you're on YouTube doesn't mean that everybody is seeing you. I don't have that many subscribers. So, as it builds up, the more people will start seeing and the more people will start getting involved. But it will get there. I am determined. The daily live streams or the 5-day or just the live streams, because I was doing, when I started the small account challenge, I was doing the live streams every other day. But it's been a while. I don't know. I'd have to look back. I've been doing the streams for a while. Yeah, it's been a while for sure. It may have been October. I know it was last year. So, and I appreciate you guys who stuck around with me. Like I like that. I'm glad you guys have stuck around and I haven't scared you off yet. Yeah, and you can see the volume has just died off of AYTU so far. We have a triangle going up, but we have a triangle going down on volume, so like I said, it may be this afternoon. RMTI, let's take a look. RMTI failed to okay. See, what'd you say? What are they? What is their? What is RMTI's? What are they getting FDA approved? Announced the verdict. Let's see. Okay. Anemia drug. Um, if it, here's the thing. It has had a nice bounce so far. Here's the thing. You're in the right direction with our MTI. If we were in a normal market, then I would say you might have something here, because if they do get that FDA approval, it would probably most likely rip in a normal market. But we've not seen too many stocks move in the past couple of weeks with any press releases except for coronavirus stocks, and maybe a few rebounding when the market rebounds some. So I don't know if, because of its drug is not anything to do with coronavirus, I don't know how much impact it would actually have right now. Like back in December, yeah, you probably, if it did get FDA approval, you could see that rip. But one thing I will say about pharmaceutical companies, even when the market is good and those stocks are ripping, if it comes out that if you were to buy in now and it comes out that they don't get FDA approval, then the stock is going to have a pretty good gap down, because usually they release that press releases in the morning pretty early. So like looking back on the chart here, there's a big gap down right here from $4 down to 3.30. That's the type of gap down you can have if that FDA approval doesn't work out. So buying in early expecting the FDA approval is not a great idea. You're kind of gambling at that point. That being said, before I read what they're saying, that being said, I know we've been waiting for FDA approval for AYTU. We've been swinging it. The circumstances are different, because the FDA basically is going to be approving anything right now that is testing, because we're short on test. So that relates, all that what I'm saying relates to market conditions and what's going on. And that's something you have to pay attention to, especially right now, is market conditions. So while RMTA might normally could rip off of that type of news, it may not, even if it does get FDA approval. Just because, like I said, the coronavirus stocks are hot and their drug has nothing to do with the coronavirus. So you definitely want to be careful with it. I would, if it was me, I would keep it on watch, put it on my watch list, and wait and see if it gets the FDA approval. Maybe be checking early in the morning in pre-market. And then if it gets that FDA approval, you could try to play it as a day trade and see if it's going to get that volume. But right now, you'd be gambling. Yeah, and actually, let's see. That's a pretty good chart explanation there, uh, Josh. But yeah, it's definitely one you'd want to be careful with, especially right now. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, right now that's the big thing. Like, it's not very liquid and all that, so you you got a lot of white candles There's a doji star there, white candle here, white candle here. So the stock doesn't get a lot of volume either. Major volume. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We may not, let's see, let me look at this 30-minute. Ooh, we're starting to crack the wedge here. Guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see if I just drew my wedge wrong. The bottom of the wedge. On this 30, if this does not start coming up, if this doesn't get over 190 soon, and this keeps slowly curling over like this, we're going to have a reverse U shape, and AY2U might have a pretty big sell-off back down to 150. So AYTU needs to get over 190 very soon and start holding 190 support, or we're going to be going back down to 150. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You would definitely want a positive headline on RMTI before you even consider it. Yeah. So it doesn't look like AYTU is going to be ripping anytime soon at this point. Might be power hour like I was originally saying. I don't know. I mean, we are still kind of in this wedge, but we're, like I said, we're starting to curl over, so that makes me a little less confident in this ripping anytime soon. So I think we'll probably end the stream here. If anybody has any questions or comments or anything you want to get in before we end the stream, I'll give you guys a couple of minutes, but I think we can hold off. Wait a little bit. Maybe a couple hours, see what happens. And then maybe I'll start the stream up around power hour, or if something crazy happens and AYTU starts ripping during lunchtime, then I'll start it up then if I'm around. So Daniel B, I'm a shaman. I'm not a guru. I'm a stock market shaman, man. You know this. I'm not a guru. So, all right. No questions. If you guys do have any questions, you can find me on Instagram, framework_fortune, or you can join the Facebook group, Framework Fortune Day Trading, and you can ask questions there. So, yeah, just look that up, or look me up on Instagram, like I said, if you have any questions. I have a tutorial for TD Ameritrade. It's in the day trading playlist. It's one of the first videos. Actually, it may be the first video I created on this channel. So the quality is not great. I could update it. I can do a new tutorial if that's something you guys would like. How to set it up and how to use it and stuff. As far as the phone, I mean, I guess I can do a tutorial for the phone app. I mean, I don't really use it that much, but I can show you guys how to use it a little better. This might take me some time to figure out how to transfer I think I'd have to screen record my phone. Okay, I'll figure it out. But yeah, if that's something you guys want, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out and do it. Yeah, I mean that's kind of true. But yeah, Kofi, go join the Facebook group so you can talk to these guys on there. You can no problem, man. Go join the group and you can talk to them. They can give you some information as well. And I told y'all, guy, I just said that we were starting to make this reverse U shape. So AYTU might drop back down to some of those lower levels, but we'll see. But yeah, appreciate everybody joining me today. Like I said, we may be back around Power Hour somewhere. Nice job, Kofi. Nice job. Somewhere in there, if you're in the Facebook group, you guys know I'll put the notification in there that I'm going live again when it's going to happen, and anything that may change. So yeah, nice job, and we will be back in a little while, most likely. So you guys, if you don't join me later on today, we'll be back tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Everybody have a great rest of your day. If you're quarantined in, hopefully you find a way to entertain yourself. So, yep. See you guys later.